All right, and we cut it down. And we got the feedback. We got the loop again. We're loopy. All right, we got it. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing well, Michael. How are you?
Good. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to both Mikes.
Hey, it's a show about nothing and everything. That is Mike Sofka.
And that is Mike Taylor. And the both of us, we are both Mikes.
Both Mikes.
You like what we did there? You see how we did that?
Welcome to show number, I think, 27, right?
27. It's amazing. They said it couldn't be done. They said we couldn't do it.
Not a prime number. Just putting that out there. Not a prime number. But bothmikes.com. You can find us anywhere podcasts can be found. Pandora. Look, we're on Twitter. Wow, look at that. iHeartRadio, Anchor.fm. We're on the YouTube. Come check us out on the YouTube. Amazon Music, Radio Public, Stitcher. Ooh, big time. Stitcher. So what's happened, Michael? How are you? How's things?
I'm doing wonderful. But I forgot to ask you before. How'd you like that show you went to? You went to a show, right? The first show you've been to in a while, or what?
Well, besides the SeaWorld one that we went to a couple months back, this was like the actual first dedicated concert went to the St. Augustine Amphitheater here in the lovely hamlet of St. Augustine, the world's first, America's first city. Small venue, probably 5,000, 7,000 people. And we saw Sammy Hagar.
Nice.
The Red Rocker.
The Red Rocker.
For the 5th time, I think I've seen
How was the show? How'd it go?
It was real good. It was good. Michael Anthony, playing bass from the Van Halen days, is with Sammy Hagar for some time now. They have a guitar player named Vic Johnson. He has a track record. Not sure much about it. Drummer is a guy named Jason Bonham.
That's John Bonham's son.
John Bonham from Led Zeppelin, his son. Yes. He did a variety of Van Halen songs. Post Van Halen, Sammy Hagar solo. Pre-Sammy Hagar or Van Halen songs, I Can't Drive 55, Your Love Is Driving Me Crazy. Montrose, Rock Candy played, and they actually did play a Led Zeppelin song too.
Nice.
So it was actually real good. They had people spaced out, but tickets went on sale before the whole, we're over the COVID thing now. In the past couple of weeks. So tickets were still scattered around, and we were way in the back because that was the only section I could find 2 tickets together.
Wow.
Because if there was like 4 tickets together, you had to buy all 4.
Yeah.
And then there was no ability to resell them on Ticketmaster.
What'd you think of the venue there? Because it kind of reminds me of Tampa, but smaller. I think we talked about that before.
Yeah. And it's how most amphitheaters it should be. As far as the area, it kind of reminded me of the one in Jersey, the PNC Art Center. It kind of nestled in all the trees.
But even though you were kind of in the back, you still had a pretty good seat, right?
Yeah. There's not a bad seat in the house. The sound was a little different. If you got underneath that little tent part, the sound was different. But I was fine with it. I've had more than my share of loud music rock concerts in my day. Huh? My ears have been ringing since 1992, nonstop. Nonstop since 1992.
My ears have been ringing for as long as Cheap Trick's been on tour since '74, so I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but great little venue. Expensive drinks as usual. We had 2. I don't know what I had. I had a red rum punch thing, and Brenda had another punch thing, and I had a beer, and it came to $46.
That's how they get you.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I noticed when we were at the bar, they had a little Sammy's new tequila is called Santo, and they have a mezquila, which is mezcal and tequila together, and then they have a blanco and a reposado tequila. So him and Guy Fieri have gone into this together, and I noticed in the front of the bar they had a little poster that was held on by magnets.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, oh. That's nice. I guess I'll have a souvenir when I leave.
Yeah, you can't wait till the end of the night for that one either. It'll be gone.
No, well, the thing is, people don't think like you and me. That's the thing. People are like, oh, look, that's property of the St. Augustine Amphitheater. I'm going to leave that there and walk away.
Do you know how many birthdays? Do you know how many birthdays and anniversary my wife and I have had in the same month, in the same year, just to get like the song sheet, or a guitar pick that was left on stage?
Yeah, is it set list?
Oh yeah, it's my wife's birthday. Please, yeah, help her out here.
Yeah, free dessert. But yeah, and it was perfect size. It was like the 11 by 17. So it's like the marquee poster, the small marquee poster.
So you got it?
Of course.
Yeah, all right.
As we left, Brenda's like, "Oh, don't you want to get that poster?"
Shit.
And I'm like, "Oh yeah, the bar's right here. It's literally 20 feet to my right." So I went over, moved the magnets, took the poster, which was nicely laminated. It was a nicely laminated poster.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Grabbed that, and I was surprised. The parking area is too small for the venue. So about a quarter mile down the road, I guess that's A1A or US 1, they have like stall parking, down the road a little bit with a free shuttle. So free parking, free shuttle. Tip the guy $5.
Yeah.
I've been in his shoes.
No,
$5 helps. And I don't know whether or not there was parking charge at the venue or not. No idea. It didn't matter. I had free parking, got free shuttle, threw the guy $5, called it a day. No opening act, which was fantastic. So the show started at 7:30. It was over by 9:30, 10 o'clock. And we were home in no time. Paid the babysitter, stopped at Buc-ee's, got some breakfast, got some snacks.
Of course it was over by 10. These guys are 100 years old, man. If we feel old, imagine how old they feel. Christ, I can't imagine.
Sammy Hagar is 73 years old, man. And he was running around on stage, jumping up and down. I was holding my back and my knee trying to get up the stairs to get to my seat. And this guy's 73 years old running around like a maniac.
God bless him. Hats off to him. I'm glad he can do it. And you know what? It might be a thing. I know there's things like this. It's true that for some people, when they stop, they die.
Yep.
Except for Ozzy and Ron Wood, Mick Jagger, the Rolling Stones, all those guys who look like they should have been dead. They're somehow still alive.
Exactly. But and we went to this show after driving through the night before from Texas back home to St. Augustine. So yeah, I had like an hour and a half sleep.
First world problems.
We got home, we sent the kids to school, and I took a 4-hour nap.
Nice.
And then picked up the kids from school, got the babysitter, headed off to the concert. Good show.
Well, it's that time. It's that time, Mike.
Uh-oh.
Boss, look, an alien! Where?
Warning! Alien approaching! Warning! Biophysical experiments extremely dangerous to Earth people!
It's a pretty good robot. He's a little bit of an alien, too. But I think he's an alien robot. You could be an alien robot, right? Like, not all robots are domestic.
I computed the aliens. They are capable of sinister and dangerous acts.
You weird alien man!
Yes, there are aliens living amongst us. Mike, tell everyone what the alien update's about.
The alien update is an update about aliens. All kinds of aliens. Yes. We probably should write something up,
No, it's better that way. What is the alien update? It's an update about aliens. I like it.
The alien update is brought to you by Krispy Kreme, those nasty donuts that taste like lard.
Apple, we talked about these air tags in previous shows here.
Yes.
Apple is adjusting their privacy measures and will offer an Android detector app later in the year. The same people who have developed this. They're saying that it's in response to the creepiness because, like we talked about, somebody tagging somebody, there's going to be certain fail-safes in place and certain delays at sometimes as well in your ability to track. So they're walking a fine line here. I mean, they are walking a razor's edge here to being complicit in some sort of major crime where somebody gets injured or killed, and the opportunity to make money by these little tags that are about smaller than a poker chip that can be affixed to various things, various items, cars, purses, you never know what, and then you can track that thing through the GPS. And now Amazon and so forth can use your network to help track that for that person. It's crazy.
Yeah. I got a buddy who owns a company called Monster Magnets, and he sells little boxes, about the size of your hand, that they put GPSs in, and they take the magnet. It's a monster magnet. Like, this thing is a strong ass magnet, and it's used to go onto a car in a fender well someplace on the chassis of the car. So they would, like a cop would have a GPS connected to your car. Also used by like a buy here pay here lots. He uses them as a customer. This way they can track their buy here pay here car. People stop paying their $60 a week for their car. This guy flips it on, and they go get the car wherever it might be, whether it's in the the driveway of the owner or at the Krispy Kreme.
Crazy.
So, yeah, they have the technology. It's been around for a while. It's just getting smaller now. It's unbelievable.
Well, not to be outdone, of course, WhatsApp is in the news as well. We talked about this before. Do you remember what WhatsApp is?
Well, no, because we were trying to figure it out last time. We figured out what the hell it is yet?
I don't know. Somebody else bought it. Zuckerberg bought WhatsApp. It's a multi-device support coming soon, along with other features.
Yeah, I know when I touch like certain things on my face, that this app comes up. Like, I want to upload it or download it or cross-load it, whatever the case may be. I have no idea what it is. Someone tell me.
Yeah, I think we're just too old for this. We're not the kid generation here. It is what it is. You got your WhatsApp, you got your Cash App, you got all sorts of apps here, and pretty soon they're all going to be bought up, closed down, shut up, and all going to be these guys who are the aliens. Zuckerberg, Bezos, Musk, Gates.
We've gotten this far without it. Do we need it? Is it that important?
All right, Dad. All right, Grandpa.
If it's that important, someone will tell me. It'll be on the news. Tom Brokaw will tell me all about it.
Excuse me, Ellie Mae. Can you get Sonya down there at the hardware store for me on the phone?
Mr. Cronkite, is this relevant to today?
I gotta go to Mount Pilar now.
All right, but we gotta figure out what it is. What is this? All right.
WhatsApp and Zuckerberg are in the news.
I'm gonna go to the Googles.
The Googles,
to the Bezos.com and find out what the hell WhatsApp. What is?
Well, it's actually Zuckerberg.
What's WhatsApp? What is WhatsApp used for? All right, WhatsApp is a free multi-platform messaging app that lets you make video and voice calls, send text messages, and more with just a Wi-Fi connection.
Well, see, I think what's happened is,
don't we have that?
Zuckerberg doesn't want to give up any market share. So you got a company who's doing the same thing you are, just a little bit differently. Buy that company because they're a threat. You buy them when you can buy them, and that's how you stay the monopoly.
Well, that's what Disney's original plan was. Like we got Magic Kingdom. People are going to come and stay at Magic Kingdom. Well, guess what? 60,000 people can come a day at Magic Kingdom, and only a certain small percentage are going to stay on property, so we'll have that many hotels. Well, the average vacation is 7 days long, but I bet you if we build more parks to fill up their 7-day vacation, they'll come. That's why they only have 4 theme parks, because they feel that people are going to visit 4 theme parks while they're on vacation in a 7-day period. Hence why they have 40,000 freaking hotel rooms on property. They want to keep people on property, and what you were saying exactly.
Speaking of Disney, I think they own the Muppets now, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
All right.
Muppet Babies were on during dinner tonight. You missed it.
Do you remember? Did you ever watch the Muppets years and years ago? When you used to come on like during the week?
Yeah, here and there. I think it was like 7:30 on a Friday night or something.
They used to have this segment that they did, Pigs in Space, and it was
okay. I remember.
You remember that? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can do that same call right now, but it's Squids in Space, because they're sending squids NASA is sending them with the latest SpaceX payload to the ISS. They're going to send these squids. This is according to jalopnik.com. The 22nd SpaceX cargo resupply mission is going to be delivered to the International Space Station this month, and among the materials for the various NASA experiments, there will be 128 baby bobtail squid that are just the cutest little babies ever.
The cutest little babies ever. Did you add that, or is that in the?
No, it was on there, and I'm disappointed that I read that part.
I'm disappointed. I'm very happy that you didn't come up with it off the cuff, though. If you did, I would question more than, yeah.
So is this a return for squids to their native environment? Are they from outer space? Is it what are we doing here?
Are they there for food? Are they going to grow them and say, let's eat?
They're going to examine the effects of spaceflight on the molecular and chemical interactions between beneficial microbes and their animal hosts. Microbes play a significant role in the normal development of animal tissues in maintaining human health. Animals, including humans, rely on our microbes to maintain a healthy digestive and immune system. We do not fully understand how spaceflight alters these beneficial interactions, according to principal investigator Jamie Foster said. So this is kind of interesting. I mean, what happens if they accidentally let some of these squids out somehow and they get this super intelligent power and then they come back and invade Earth?
But they've been going to space for over 50 years. Like, now all of a sudden they have an epiphany and they think that bringing squids to outer space is going to be beneficial in some way? Is calamari, is that squid?
Yeah.
Okay, that see, I'm not as dumb as I look.
They're gonna fry him up there?
Hell yeah, they are. Nice. This one popped. This one popped. Get the knife out. Chop, 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 chop. Fry. Yum, 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 yum. It's basic arithmetic.
Well, there was an octopus I remember years ago that had picked 8, 9, 10 Super Bowls in a row. They would do like a thing. It was in a contained environment, and it was like at some sort of giant aquarium type place, and they had this squid. It was pretty big. And they would bring it and put it in this retention container, like a giant fish container there, a giant fish tank. And they would have two choices, like the Broncos and the Giants were in the Super Bowl. And it had to pick which one. And it would always pick the right one. And they're saying that the octopus are pretty smart and they can develop and be trained and they have a sophisticated type of learning. So, again, my thing is, who's to say a couple of these roughneck squids? I mean, did they vet all 128 of them? Do they know that some of them don't have ill intentions of taking over the ISS?
Well, getting back to your octopus that picks a 50-50 shot, maybe it likes a certain color of a helmet, like blue, better. Between the giants, or whatever. Yeah. Really? Do we need an octopus or a chicken to pick the Super Bowl winner?
And just think, folks, you could be out at a bar right now. Instead, you're watching this. You're listening to this.
Right.
Yes.
On the WhatsApp.
You won't get this quality programming anywhere else. You won't get this NASA squid story.
Cream after the bar.
No, exactly. And then you could talk to everybody at the bar about it and be smart because nobody else has heard about it.
Exactly. Yeah. Or people would just yell nerd.
Yeah, just spell both mics right and we're good. How about that?
Yes, both mics. With the space, without the space, doesn't matter. Look us up. My site says.
Well, I don't know
what
if
else
you're.
Is happening?
I don't know if you know what that is. If you look at the video, if you're not looking at the video and just listen to a podcast, go jump over, find the video on YouTube or on the Facebook page or on the Both Mics site. That is
a dirty toilet.
That's close. It's Venus. That's close.
Venus. Okay.
The planet Venus.
Okay.
NASA announces missions to study Venus for the first time in over 30 years, according to IGN.com.
I was just going to say, haven't they done that already? Isn't yeah. Okay, so after 30 years, I guess something new is going on there?
Well, men are from Mars and women are from Venus. Obviously, she needs to take some shoes back to the store or something. Shit.
Right? Yeah, it's... Actually, I thought it was Jupiter, but I was trying to be funny again, and it fell flat
Wow.
again. So what's going on at Venus? What's the excitement going on there?
They're going to do a flyby the planet 3 times, and in 2031 is expected to drop a probe of instruments down to the planet meant to analyze gases for about an hour as it drops through the planets. See, this is what I'm talking about. These are my buyers for my fart in a jar from before. Remember I was telling you they wanted it?
Exactly.
Yes.
I agree. Now, isn't Venus? Is Venus the closest to the sun, or that's the second one? Mercury, Venus, and then us. Mercury, is it Venus, Mercury, or Mercury, Venus, Earth? Well, either way, it's hot as balls there, and I can't see any reason to go there. What do they care? Why do they care?
Hey, you know what? They're probably going to spend like $7 trillion on getting to Venus to analyze gases. Come to my house on rib night. You know, I mean, just there you go. I mean, shit.
I don't get it. You know,
visit the Taco Bell bathroom. You want to analyze some gases?
Yeah, at 11 o'clock at night. Before
Hit the White Castle at 2 a.m.
Wow. There's no chance on populating Venus. Why even bother? You know, unless there's $1 to be made. That's the only thing I can think
They're
of.
obviously analyzing these. I think they're analyzing these places for. Did you ever play that game when you were a kid? They had that game Frogger, you know, where the frog's trying to cross the road.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. They're looking for these lily pads to land on as we venture out into space. They're already talking about doing that with the moon.
They're going the wrong way. Outer space, out, not in.
Well, I think they're going to send. I think the Polish government is going to send some people to the sun soon.
They're perfect for them. Their lily pad is right.
Well, they
there
tried to go before, but it was nighttime, so they couldn't find it.
Yeah. It makes no sense. Why? Unless is there like an abundance of helium there or something? Is there something that we need that's there that they can bring back in handfuls?
Look, women are from Venus. If she tells you you're going to Venus, you're going to Venus, right?
Exactly.
There you go.
Unless it's a woman GPS, then I don't trust her.
Like I asked that couple that was married over 50 years. I said, "What's the secret?" He looked at her. She gave him permission to speak by nodding, so I knew what was up right then. And he said, "Just say yes, dear, a lot." And I thought that was great. That's true. Just yes, dear. Yes,
right.
dear.
Until you got to follow through with what she said, you don't remember what she said.
Right. It is cheaper than divorce. I know that.
Right.
Speaking of NASA, they saved the Mars lander with an ingenious hack. Let me, which I didn't know Carrot Top was still in the business, but thank you. Thank
Scott
you.
Montgomery.
NASA saves dying Mars lander with an ingenious hack. Insight is saved, at least for now. This is according to Futurism.com. There was a close call. The NASA's robotic lander Insight has been in a perilous position for nearly a year. Thick piles of dust blocking its solar panels, forcing its operators to consider shutting down all but its most essential hardware in order to save its precious energy. But now technicians at the NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory have managed to buy Insight a little more time with a clever trick, according to JPL press release. After a few failed attempts to shake the dust loose, NASA instructed Insight to scoop up and slowly drop sand upwind of its solar panels, and it did. The wind caught the sand and blew it across the solar panels, wiping away some of the dust as well. So they were basically throwing sand up in the air and having it blow and take that shit off itself. That's pretty cool.
Sand blasting itself.
Yeah. Hey, kids with video games, man, that's the future.
Right?
Did you know? Are you aware there's a thing called esports? Are you aware of that?
EA Sports?
No, esports. Like there's a league. There's professional teams that they play video games, and there's all sorts of games. NBA teams all have an NBA esport team as well, and they play against each other. It's kids, man, with the video games. I'm telling you.
Go outside.
Go in this storage trailer here and pretend like you're bombing that Middle Eastern country.
Exactly. And don't watch the news tomorrow.
Yes.
Unreal.
And remember, it's just a video game. You have nothing to lose. Remember we talked about gamma rays? Remember talking about that?
The Hulk, Incredible Hulk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Burt Baxter. What's his name? Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
They're coming out with a She-Hulk. I saw a quick blurb on one of the.
What the hell is a She-Hulk? Is that like what was that? Shrek's wife?
Yeah. What's her name? Cameron Diaz. Right? Yeah. No, I saw a brief thing about it. A guy I actually used to work with. He when I was a manager at Burger King, he was in like a senior in high school, and he worked a couple days at the Burger King I worked at. But he was one of those guys that used to hang out at the Burger King back in the '80s, and his name was Nelson. And one time I gave him a marker because I knew he was a good artist. And I told him to go into the men's room and do a little graffiti, just a little bit. He took the entire wall, like 4 feet by 4 feet, and made this monster with a Sharpie that was unbelievable. Unbelievable!
And you had to clean that shit up?
No, I didn't say nothing. Yeah, but it was there for a while. And now he is an artist for DC and Marvel.
Very nice.
So yeah, like my son was like, what? He didn't know what a particular superhero was. So I went ahead and got a hold of Nelson and said, hey, which one is this? And he knew right off the bat exactly what it was.
Wow.
So, yeah. How do we get on this subject?
Well, according to Space.com, 2 NASA space observatories, Fermi and Swift, first detected the gamma ray event, which is known as GRB 190829A because it was detected in August 29th, 2019. The fireworks came from the direction of the constellation Eridanus, a large swath of sky in the southern hemisphere. They're saying that these gamma rays were coming too significant, too repetitive, it wasn't just a one-time thing. I think it's senseless. I think it's just from dark stars and dark energy and all this other stuff with planets imploding and black holes, and that's going to cause problems elsewhere. But they're trying to spin it with that UFO type thing that they're trying to push now as well.
Bruce Banner. She-Hulk. Yeah, that's how we got on the subject. Was the whole She-Hulk thing?
Yes.
Yeah. So. So.
All right, next. Let's go. Moving right along.
Back to She-Hulk. Yeah, there was supposed to be I saw a quick thing. It might have been on Nelson. He's on my face, and
Nelson's on your face. Great.
Nelson's on my face, and he posted something about it, I think, or I saw it on some homepage somewhere that there's going to be some sort of She-Hulk, which is kind of stupid, whatever, copycat, ripoff. But if they're going to make $1, they're going to make $1 on you and me.
Buddy, nowadays, in every commercial, you have to have every race, creed, origin, religion, and sexual preference represented. You have to have somebody in a wheelchair. You have to have the Indian guy. You have to have the Middle East guy. You have to have the Asian. Oh, don't forget about Asian Pacific now. They're coming up with this shit. I can't keep up with it.
Now, with Indian, is it IT or TP?
It's both. Both
IT and TP?
Push start or quick pull. Push start, quick pull.
My sinus is killing me, bro.
Yeah, go ahead and hawk a loogie into the microphone there. That's what everybody wants to hear. Here, this will clear your sinuses. You know what that is? That's a thermal pool and a volcano in Yellowstone.
Wow. Cool. Have you seen that before? Wait. What? Interesting.
Yeah, if you're not looking at the video, you're doing yourself some harm. Make sure you get over and check out the video. But let me tell you something. There's been 72 earthquakes in Yellowstone this past month.
Wow. I know that we talked, a week or two ago, and it was
Yeah.
like 46 or 43.
They're saying the
it's
super
almost-
volcano amid fears of
double
an
that.
overdue eruption. They're saying that this is according to express.co.uk news. Yellowstone volcano experiences as many as 3,000 earthquakes each year, but with every little quake and tremor, fears of the volcano blowing up like a skyrocket. The latest data collected within the Yellowstone area in the western U.S. indicates a total of 72 earthquakes rocked the national park in the past month.
That's a lot. That is, yeah, that's spooky.
The supervolcano also experienced 3 major eruptions some 2.1 million, 1.3 million, and 640,000 years ago, which has led claims to Yellowstone erupts like clockwork, kind of like Old Faithful, that geyser they have. They're saying the last eruption period was 70,000 years ago.
Wow.
So it's a type thing. You ever see those games when you used to go to those roadside carnivals or the Strawberry Festival or whatever? The games with the quarters and the thing keeps pushing the quarters and they're hanging over the edge.
Yes.
That's what this is. Do you visit Yellowstone now or not?
Yeah. Well, and of course you want to talk about those quarter pushers. There's actually YouTube channels and people out there on MyFace that do videos just of the coin pushing.
Nice.
I think they're all BS, and I think they set them up, but they claim that they're winning big prizes with these things, and people are just captivated by them. And
Yeah,
I
but
was
they're-
for a little bit too.
Yeah, they're probably not doing that crap anymore. I mean, who the hell has coins? The central bank demanded all the coins came back with the small bills. Haven't you, in the past months, haven't you been in stores that are like, we need 5s, we're out of 1s, we don't have coin change? Have you seen that?
Here and there. Yeah, I got a 5-gallon water jug full of freaking coins over there. If anybody needs a quarter.
Yeah, sure. I'll take all them coins.
I
That's
just
a
found
racket, I'll tell you.
I just found a silver dollar in my laptop case, and it's from like 1921 or something.
Oh, nice. That's probably worth some money. At least it's weighed in silver because they don't put silver in money anymore.
It's weird. It's over here.
And there goes Mike. Down goes Taylor. Down goes Taylor.
Where'd it go?
He's back.
1921, very fine. Let's see.
That's a silver dollar?
Yeah, I think so, or at least 50-cent piece. Let's see. United States of America, $1.
I'll give you $1 for it.
Yeah, no, it's. I had an uncle who collected coins, and he had a huge coin collection. And I don't know what happened to it over the years, but when he passed away, my dad got a couple of the coins, and there were these blue boxes, roughly about 4 inches by 6 inches. And my sister and I used to open the box and look at it and like, what the hell is this? Well, when my dad passed away, I got 2 of the blue boxes and I got a maroon box. And I was like, all right, whatever. And when I got them home, I opened it and I took the box out, and then I noticed the box opened. One of them had a full ounce gold coin, Eagle gold coin, and one was a half ounce, and then the other one was a silver.
Wow.
And of course, and then I got a ruler. It looked like an old plastic ruler with little coins in it. They were big, and they got really small, so like
Wow.
the size of an eraser on a pencil. And comes out, it was all gold. And the ruler I took down to a gold shop, and I said, are these real? What are these, and what are they worth? And he looked at it, and he went into a book, and he started flipping through, and he's like, I can give you $3,885 for this.
Wow.
I said, okay, I'll take a check.
Wow.
And it was a good thing because not far long after that, someone broke into our house and took those other gold coins.
Wow.
The big gold coin was worth $2,300 on its own.
Wow.
And of course, the one that was half size was worth about half of that.
Was this
And
in
then,
San Antonio?
Yeah, good old San Antonio.
Wow.
Yeah, somebody broke into our house and was able to put about $11,000 worth of stuff into a pillowcase, and took my bike and walked out the front door.
Wow. Did they ever catch him?
No. And one of the things that was in that was my grandfather's Hamilton watch that he got for 50 years of work at Ford Motor Company,
Wow.
with his name engraved in the back.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep, about 11 grand.
I know the feeling. I've had somebody break in before years ago. That was something else. I caught him.
Wow.
I don't know if I told this story on air before. I had just split up with my wife, and I was sharing time, and I picked my son up at school. He was like 3 or 4 years old, and I'm carrying him into the house. And before I get to the house, I noticed the door is slightly open.
Right.
So I'm like, this ain't good. So I called the police right away, and they came out, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if anybody's in there or not. I saw the door open. I just stopped. So they went and checked out the house, and everything was fine. There was nobody there, but the back door was open. And this was during the daytime. So somebody came into the house during the daytime.
Exactly.
There was a junior high school and a high school about 3 blocks from the house. They said most likely it was some kids skipping school busted in. And I was like, all right, well, that makes sense. So then, like a week later, and I had a lot of stuff in the house, and they took a lot of stuff. They didn't know what to take. I had it all displayed, sports memorabilia, collectible stuff. They took some stuff that was worth $50, and they left the thing that was right next to it that was worth $2,000. Like they didn't know what they were taking. They were just taking stuff. So they took stuff, and from what I can account for, probably about $4,000 worth of stuff. Not a lot, but it was a lot to me at the time. Right. And these were collectible things I was saving that I got in person. I didn't buy them on eBay. There was no eBay really at the time. I collected these things for several years, personalized autographs, stuff like that, and they were just all gone instantly. So my brother was at the house, and one night we're sitting watching TV or something. I got the back sliding door open, but I got the curtain pulled, and I think I hear something on the back porch. And I look at him, and I tell him to hold on, and I put my finger to my lips, like, shh, hold on a second. And we're listening, and I hear something. It sounds like something moving on the back porch. So I quick whip open the curtain, and there's a dude looking at me, like, right in my face. Like, he's up against the... And we're, like, only separated by the screen between us. So I dive through the screen, and I'm trying to grab him, but the screen is impeding my advances. And I grab him by the foot, and I get one of his shoes, and he goes running into my backyard, and I go, freeze or I'll blow your fucking head off. He drops to the ground. So I'm telling my brother to call the cops, and my brother was a little out of it at the time, and needless to say, the cops got called, and I had to stand in my yard with my hands up, the phone in my hand, as the helicopter flew ahead. They surrounded the blocks, and they didn't catch who it was. They slipped out somehow.
Wow.
So I thought, well, here's what's happened. They came into my house. They couldn't take everything. They didn't know what to take, so they thought they'd come back. Right. So I go around the neighborhood. I had just moved there like 3 months before. I go around the neighborhood, and I'm like knocking on doors, and I'm like, hey. And I waited till after school let out so kids would be home. And I said, hey, I just want you to know, I haven't met you yet. I'm Mike. I'm one of your new neighbors. I've been here like a month, but I just wanted to let you know, somebody broke into my house during the day the other day, and I don't know, I'm just letting you know so it doesn't happen to you. And by the way, if you know or your child hears or knows of anything, please let me know. I would love that. I went to 15 houses all around my house. Nobody knew shit. Okay?
Of course.
A couple days go by. I walk the same walk. I knock on the same houses, the same time of day. Although this time I'm holding a $100 bill in my hand. And I knock on all the doors and I say, this can be yours if you... Oh yeah, that was Bobby so-and-so and such and such. And everybody sang like a fucking canary on these 4 guys.
Wow.
I went to school, talked to the student resource officers. They took all 4 guys. They put them in 4 separate rooms. They all admitted it and point the finger at everybody else. And they were all ordered to pay court-ordered restitution, which I got maybe a couple $100 out of my stuff that's gone forever. But they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know what they were taking. They didn't sell those things. They just threw it in a dumpster because they got scared. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So
it was actually someone boosted somebody through a window 5 feet off the ground. It was a bathroom window that had a sliding to the side glass, and I think it was the person that we rented to. A friend needed a place to stay, and after that person had left, several months later, all of a sudden somebody knew that there was no lock on this window, pushed the window to the side, obviously pushed someone through this window, which was 1 foot by 2 foot. So I'm thinking it was an adult, pushed a kid through, and the kid landed on my bike because my bike was in this particular bathroom because we were painting that room, and grabbed the pillowcase, go for the top drawer of the dresser, boom, 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 take the jewelry box, dump it out, my social security card, my passport, Brenda's military passport.
wow.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. You're going for the usual spots, and then petted both the dogs. Good boy. Took my bike through the front door, and we got home that night, both at the same time, and the front door was open, but the screen door was closed, and there's both dogs looking at us. Hey, come on in. Look, somebody visited. Come. So, yeah, not cool. But, yeah, it's amazing the feeling of invasion that you get from that. And, knowing that your stuff is gone. And then, like I said, most importantly was the gold and my grandfather's watch, and we hopped around from pawn shop to pawn shop. I have it was a stolen property MySpace page for San Antonio, and I posted pictures of, because this was a watch that a lot of people got, so there's pictures on Google of this particular Hamilton watch engraved in the back, etched autographed by Henry Ford II. And I was able to get pictures like that and put them online. And here it's been 7 years or so, and nothing. They probably looked at this watch and said, "Oh, look, it's a piece of crap watch. It's a damn Hamilton." Wow. Made famous by Elvis Presley wearing them in the movies that he did.
Yeah, it's not a friggin' Seiko.
Yeah, no, their cheapest watch is like $500.
Wow.
So, gone.
There's a new thing out. It's called dry scooping.
I hate
You know what dry scooping is?
Dry scooping?
Yes.
Why? Raw, jata, total, wow. What? It's backwards. What's it say?
Yeah, the picture was backwards when I got it. I didn't want to flip it around. I was too lazy.
That's all right. It's all right. I can't see a thing. Dry scooping. So, like, I'm guessing since it's a picture of some kind of protein powder, that people are just snorting this stuff? Or taking scoops of it and doing the cinnamon challenge?
Kinda, yeah. There's a thing that you take your protein type powder and you ingest it, like this pre-workout stuff that you take, and then there's after-workout stuff that you take. Well, there's this internet craze apparently where you take your dry pre-workout powder, you take the scoop of it like the cinnamon challenge, and you wolf that down. This chick died.
Oh, yeah. What do you expect? It cakes in your throat on the way down. I'm sure it's wonderful. What's wrong with water? There's water everywhere. Mix it with water. Don't make more.
Like I said,
more water. Trust me.
Like I said, legalize everything. God will sort them out. I mean, there's no need for us to infringe upon these people's rights to drink poison. I mean, if they want to do it, do it. We do it every day. People drink soft drinks. That's poison. Let them drink the stuff that's under the sink, the rat poison. Just let them friggin' do it. Let's sort out. Let's Darwinism here. Let's let the strongest of the fittest of the smartest get going.
I have the you ever see the squirt stuff they have now? It's concentrated like Kool-Aid flavoring. And it comes in a little tiny 2-ounce thing, and you just squeeze it and you put it in the water.
Yeah.
I drink that.
Right.
It's going to kill me. That's fine. Guess what? Everybody has their vices.
Right.
Fucking diet soda and squirt stuff is mine. It'll do me in, but guess what? Yeah, I hate water. And as far as exercise...
You and this girl.
As as far as exercising, every time I feel like exercising, I just lay down until the feeling goes away.
Yes, exactly.
And then I grab myself a diet soda. I'm good.
I think if you do something like this, you deserve what you get. I hate to say that. I hate to be mean. I don't. I just think you're a few fries short of a Happy Meal. You deserve that.
Yeah. What? And like I said, there's water everywhere. Just mix the damn stuff and shut up. Dry scooping. Sounds like something you get when you go to the dentist.
Sounds like you're cleaning out the litter box. Yeah. Dog didn't like that.
Right.
Hey. Silencio.
Shimmy down.
For those of you, that's the dog Anubis.
Anubis?
Anubis, the god of all dogs. You ever see that in ancient hieroglyphics and in Egypt and so forth? There's always one of those like super beings with a dog head.
Yeah.
That's the god Anubis.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the dog's name.
Correct.
From Venus flytrap.
Through Uranus.
Yep.
Dry scooped through Uranus.
Oy vey.
Universal Studios is in the news here.
I know where that is.
Universal guest evacuated off Velocicoaster after ride breaks down. This according to InsideTheMagic.net.
Everything breaks down eventually.
This thing just opened, I thought. It's not even really officially open.
But okay, Haunted Mansion, Magic Kingdom, been open for 50 years, right? 50 years?
It broke down every day.
It breaks down all the time. It broke down when it was new. It broke down when it was old. It broke down. I bet you it broke down the first day it opened. So what? Did anybody die?
Exactly.
Next.
Here's a quote from one of the people that was on the ride. We boarded the ride right after we were launched off, and there was a long pause. Then all the music went off for about 30 seconds. There was an announcement of a delay, and about 10 minutes later, employees came around with bottles of water and got us off the ride one by one, led us back to the exit of the ride, and gave us fast passes, excluding the newer rides like Hagrid's and Velocicoaster. So...
That's dumb.
Here's my question. If I spend a couple $100, because now it's a couple $100 a day, basically, $180 or whatever a day.
Yeah, it's pretty steep.
I'm from Kansas. This is my one opportunity. You get one crack at me on this thing. I just spent a fortune. I probably dropped 10 grand bringing my wife and 2 kids here. And this happens. I'm disappointed. Yeah, you give me a fast pass, whatever, I know, but I'm disappointed. I was on the ride. I expect it to work. Everything's supposed to be perfect on my vacation. I deserve it.
Right. And there's that minority of people that will go that extent. And when they go that extent, they get a little more. So if you want to go ahead and complain that you're from Kansas and that you had your heart set on this Velocicoaster, but most people are happy. Here's a soda, here's a water, here's a fast pass, have a Coke and a smile, and get the fuck out. Like I said, a minority of people will go the extent that you would go, and work the angle. No big deal. And they expect that, and that's fine. But it's a brand new coaster. Of course, it's gonna have difficulties. Have you ever been on? There's a series of coasters or a type of coaster that is claimed to be like the tallest and the fastest.
Yes, I went to Cedar Point twice. Okay. They have the world's fastest, the world's tallest, the world's largest drop, the world's this, the world's that. They have like 16 coasters there.
At the time, the drag strip one was the fastest and tallest in the world.
Top fuel dragster.
Right, exactly. 123 miles an hour, 420 feet tall. The actual ride took 17 seconds.
I rode it.
Same here. We went first year, 2003 we went, and it might have been second year, I don't know. But 2003 we went, and we decided that it was the first thing we needed to hit when we got in the park. We sat online for 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Got you beat.
3 hours and 10 minutes. And why was it 3 hours and 10 minutes? Because it broke down 3 times while we were online. Were we going to get offline? No. We came here to ride the tallest and the fastest on the planet, and it didn't matter. They had a, I know you know, but for the people listening, for the droves of people listening, it is a magnetic propulsion roller coaster that shoots you off probably 500 feet in one direction, then you go straight up for 420 feet, you twist around, go across the top, and hopefully you make it over to the other side, and you come down, twist.
It's like that old Hot Wheels racetrack where you can make it go up your wall and back down or whatever.
Exactly. But it's a gigantic roller coaster. Great Adventure, Six Flags in New Jersey has one now. It's a little faster, a little taller, whatever. Same thing, only different. Now, when you get shot off in this magnetic propulsion to 123 miles an hour in like 3 seconds, it's face melting.
Yes.
As you shoot off, behind you, these solenoids click. Boom, 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 boom. And those are brakes in case you don't make it over the top. And the roller coaster comes back down in the direction you came from.
Right.
Heading towards where you started.
Yes.
And those solenoids, boom, 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 will brake you and make sure you don't smash into the, coaster behind you. They had issues with them, and 3 different times they had to come and replace solenoids in those particular brakes. Hence, a 3 hour and 10 minute wait. And of course, me being a little OCD, I had to actually time the wait, and I timed how long the actual ride took. So from the time you rolled out of the little barn and came back into the barn, 17 seconds, that entire ride for a 3 hour and 10 minute wait. So yeah, there you are and that was the latest technology. That had everything. It had the magnetic propulsion, it had the height, it had the speed. Little wheels can't go that fast, so they had bigger wheels on this roller coaster. But basically did it for bragging rights. Been on the fastest, been on the tallest. Same with the one in New Jersey. Been on it. I took Brenda on it. She completely almost crapped herself. And she's not a roller coaster person. She's yelling for her, 50 years old. She's yelling for her mommy on a damn roller coaster.
We had gone to Cedar Point, and I went a couple times, and the first time or the second time I went was me, my brother, and my son. My son was 13, and we went, did a bunch of stuff up in that area, and we ended up going to Cedar Point. We planned for 2 days in case one day rained or something like that. I wanted to make sure we didn't get screwed. So we show up in the first day. The first place we walked to is that top fuel dragster, top thrill dragster, whatever they called it. And we get there, and right after we get there, the thing breaks down, and they don't know how long it's going to be. So we're going to wait it out. Then it starts running. Then it stops again. Then here comes the rain. So it rains. They can't run it in the rain. Then it stops raining, but there's lightning in the area, so we got to wait for that. Then they're still fixing it. Then they send it up, and it does that thing where it comes back down again. So they, everybody off. They got to fix it. That guy runs up there. It's tightening up a wrench or whatever, and then, they're going. 9.5 hours later, we broke line to go to the bathroom and get something to eat and stay in line. Because the way I'm figuring is, if I get out of line, I'm not leaving here, not riding this thing. If I get out of line, I may have the same problem tomorrow. I'm just going to tough it out here. I got 2 days for a reason. Half the day rained away. This is what I expected this. I outsmarted this whole situation. I got 2 days. F you, Mr. Time. So we end up going to all right, I'm okay. He comes over and checks on me when I get real excited like this. Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you. So we end up waiting. We end up going, and just before we're about to take off, we're sitting. We finally get in the car, and we're about to take off. They're like, no, you have to get out. So we get out. Then they're like, hey, we're going to go again in 10 minutes, so get ready. So we get back in the car, and they're like, well, hold on a minute. And I'm like, God dang it. And I go to adjust my seatbelt, and boom, we take off. And just like that, we're on top of the thing. We're down and the ride's over. I'm like, what the? I was like almost undoing my seatbelt.
Wow.
So it's almost park closing time. So we run around the thing, we run back, get in line, we ride it again. Some bitch goes up, and we roll back down again.
Oh, cool.
And then, so we ended up leaving the park shortly thereafter. I think that might have been the only ride. Maybe we did catch something else on the way out. But again, we had planned another day. We were outsmarting the system.
Right.
So as you're leaving, they have those surveyor takers with the clipboards. Oh, how was your experience? What was your favorite ride? So I'm answering it. And I tell them, well, I was here and, I spent, 10 hours to ride that ride, but I understand. And he goes, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Where are you from? And I go, Orlando. She goes, come with me right this way. And she ends up taking us into this office. She gives us these VIP wristbands that get us on any ride right up to the front.
Cool.
The next day,
Fast before there was fast pass.
I was throwing up. We were riding shit so fast. We were running from one thing to the other. We didn't stand in line once the second day. We rode everything 2 or 3 times.
Cool. Yeah, they have literally, 16 different types of roller coasters. And we rode every one we possibly could. Played whack-a-mole, the whole 9 yards. Had a great time.
No, I love that park. It was a great thing and a great resolve. Hey, we are just about at 3 minutes here till the show is over.
Uh-oh.
Why don't you tell everybody about our rules, our both Mike's rules of the show? Well, not of the show, but our life rules.
Life rules. Number 5. We're going to go backwards.
Okay.
Number 5. Measure twice, cut once.
Easy. Common sense.
Easy peasy. Yep, makes all the sense in the world. Don't tell anyone anything they don't need to know.
Exactly.
Some things are better left unsaid.
Exactly.
Right. Don't trust anything.
Don't trust anyone.
I have anything. But
No.
yeah, don't trust anyone. Okay.
Anyone, yes.
You know why? Because of number 2.
There you go.
They're stupid.
That's right.
And everything is fake. Everything is fake.
Everything is fake. It's all fake. Don't stress out, folks. It's all fake. Hey, do yourself a favor. Make sure you check out our website, bothmikes.com. Check out our sister site there, What's Hot in Florida. We have Facebook pages everywhere for everything. We're on
telling
Twitter.
you what's going on in town, out of town, around town.
Exactly.
Concerts.
Go check out my friend Gino Losi if you want to fish. Yesterday, he and his 2 clients caught 57 fish before noon.
57.
So these are big trophy bass too. So go check out Gino Losi, ginolosi.com. And check out my friends at the Melon Patch Theater in Leesburg. My friend Dustin, they're doing a wonderful job there at the Melon Patch. They have plays, they have stand-up comedy, they have all sorts of stuff going on. So make sure you check that out. Anything else to plug real quick, Mike?
Nothing. Gonna do some painting this weekend.
Nice. I'm excited for you.
I just gotta go buy the paint. We've got freaking 12 rooms in this house, and we got the bathroom painted. It's only been 9 months.
Nice.
And, in my spare time.
Right.
Actually, something real funny. You ever buy anything from China?
Try not to.
China. There was this, we're trying to go with a certain theme.
You got 30 seconds.
Glass. Got a lot of, stained glass fixtures in the house. And we want to do something industrial on the other side of the house. So I got this freaking weird-looking chandelier with, lanterns and wood and driftwood and stuff. And I ordered it back in April. Well, it came while we were in Texas. And it's literally, 50 pieces I have to put together myself. This gigantic chandelier I have to construct before I hang it.
I want to see pictures on the Both Mike's Facebook page.
I have a before picture I'm going to put up tonight, and then hopefully by the end of the weekend I'll have the rest of it up.
All right, folks. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time.
Next time, ciao.